Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Michigan's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Under fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Turning it on. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. So you didn't pick up the first down on the short game, but will the analytics sway them to go for it here on 4th down?
Well, I think the analytics say go for it, Reese, every single time, every situation now. It's only 1 yard to go, short yardage situation, man. I'm going to trust I can get that yard.
So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those 2.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Gives it on the option. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Quick toss.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game. The offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Michigan offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
This Stanford offense is humming. Set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. They try to pop a run on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Makes a man miss. Gets away from one, finds room. And he's wrestled to the ground. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Might as well give it to him again.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. They go to the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line, they're going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back has it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no point.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Punt is on its way. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Right back to the well. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ballgame.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying play action. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Leaves it with the back. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, give on the inside.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll feel the punt and take it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Stanford wants to push the pace. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he crushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. It'll be a draw. Nice move there. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Connor. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 9 over San Jose State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sharp. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Shakes off the defender. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall...
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Good, tough, physical running, driving through the defense on his way for a touchdown. I just love the pad level this guy plays with. And with his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, he's just able to absorb contact and stay on his feet. Can't do it any better than that.
30, Michigan, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the RPO, complete. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback... prayer.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on! They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the over. Game stats through 3. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground, finding an escape route. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up. For the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Stanford. Other scores.
Backed up now, here's second and long.
27, Bloomsburg University.
Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this...
There he goes! And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to being...
Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To the air, it's Schwartz. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
To the air, it's Schwartz. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they... The passer, they know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Another incompletion on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass. pass, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking to throw it, Swartz. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw.
Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Looking for a man. It's ball. The screen. He's got wheels. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. They'll start this drive going to the air. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Scanning the field, it's Schwartz. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds a man on the right. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough fun today.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.